Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
I know there is a lot of guests today, and you may wonder why we say happy morning while it's already evening, because happy morning is our jargon. So to make sure that we always have a morning spirit. Okay, my name is Sonny, and tonight I'll serve you as your acting surgeon at arms. And before we start the meeting, let's start with reviewing the house rules. First, be on time. So thank you so much for all of you who has joined on time even before the meeting started. I appreciate you guys. Second, for those who join online, please rename yourself. For role takers, you can rename yourself role dash name. For Toastmaster members, you can rename with TM dash name dash club. And for guests, you can rename yourself with G dash name. For those who join online, please turn on your camera. We want to see your expressive face during the meeting. Don't forget to keep your microphone on mute while others are speaking to make sure that here we also not only learn to speak, but learn how to listen. Of course, when it's your turn to speak, don't forget to unmute yourself. The next one, you can be fully present. And last but not least, but most important, have fun. Okay, so let's officially start the meeting, and I will give the control to our acting president tonight, Toastmaster Dede.
Thank you so much for Toastmaster Sony. So we happy morning again. Happy morning.
Happy morning.
So for the online member, could you please unmute your microphone and say happy morning? Happy morning.
Happy
Happy
morning.
morning.
Okay, thank you so much for the spirit, for the audience, and also for the members who come on site, and also the online members. So if you are the first time join HGBD Toastmaster, you are wondering what is the HGBD Toastmaster. So HGBD Toastmaster is part of the Toastmaster International. And then we have the jargon from the HGBD Toastmaster: S for supportive, C for courageous, and B for brilliant, and D for determined. So we are here since April 2005, and in the Toastmaster International, we not only join the community, but we only learn how to be good a public speaker, and also the leadership. The Toastmaster International is born since 1924, and we are more than 200 million members around the world, and HGBD Toastmaster part of it. So if you join HGBD Toastmaster, you are part of the global community. And HGBD Toastmaster have the mission: the first, integrity; the second is respect, service, and also excellence. This mission to provide the supportive environment not only for the member in the HGBD Toastmaster as the community, but we learn how to grow as a person, because in the HGBD Toastmaster, we hope that all the members can gain the supportive environment, and also the result is the confident, and also have the personal growth as well. In the Toastmaster, what will you learn? So basically, in the Toastmaster International, you will get the curriculum. We call it the pathway. We have the six pathway, and each mean that your mission in the educational in the Toastmaster. If you want to be a great leadership, maybe you can choose the pathway, the dynamic leadership. Or if you have planned to become a comedian, maybe you can choose the engaging humor, because this is very funny, and it's really challenge for you if you want to become a comedian. And if you want to become the influencer, I believe the persuasive influence can better for you to choose this pathway. So choose based on your mission and objective. The next, please. In the Toastmaster, we also learn how to get the great speaker. and also how we can lead the project, lead the team with several unique projects. For example, you can make your own podcast as one of your projects. Or if you want to challenge yourself, how you can manage the difficult audience when you deliver the speech, you can choose this project. If you want to make the great event, you can choose the HPL project or high performance leadership as one of your projects. And many others, you can collaborate and make your own creativity in the Toastmaster. And what's again the advantage if you are becoming the Toastmaster? In the Toastmaster, you will gain the network global community. So it will have the chance for you to become the leader in international community. And also you can maybe will a public speaking champion, because in the Toastmaster, we conduct the event competition public speaking around the world. So you can choose this chance for you, or you can become the mentor to others. So if you feel that you are already have learned so much in the Toastmaster and you want to help others become the good person, you also can become the mentor. And the last one, you become a leader for your own journey. So a lot of the benefit you can gain in the Toastmaster. So the next, please. So we have our beloved neighbor. We have the DTM Gatot Suherman Ilyas from Jakarta Toastmaster. Please give a round of applause for DTM Gatot. And also we have the Toastmaster Wilson, our Division B Director from Metropolitan Toastmaster. Please give a round of applause for him. Thank you so much for joining our meeting tonight. It's our pleasure. And we have the wonderful introduction for tonight because we have 3 new members in the June 2025. So for this one, I will call Toastmaster Malik to come on the stage because we will have the induction. Let's come on the stage. And also we have Toastmaster Alfred. Is he already? Okay, I believe Toastmaster Alfred still on way. And also Toastmaster Ines. We have Toastmaster Ines. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, Toastmaster Ines already become our member from last month, but we still make the introduction for her. So we will make introduction for Toastmaster Malik and Toastmaster Ines. So before we continue to the introduction ceremonial, I will give the question for you guys. Please to the middle because you can accept the camera. Okay. So I think what is your motivation to join SGBD Toastmaster as your journey? The first I will to Toastmaster Malik and over to you.
Sure. Okay. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Okay. Thank you so much. And it's such wonderful finally being able to join Toastmaster SCBD here. So my name is Malik, and the reason why I joined Toastmaster, especially SCBD, is basically I would like to improve my confidence when speaking in public, of course, and also public speaking skill and leadership skill. And if you ask me why the reason I choose SCBD over another club, I will say you are the reason. Why? Why? Yeah, to be honest, I've been interacting with some of the VPM of another club, but I think the way you approach people, the way you explain the community, and also the purpose of the community, and showing or represent the club that we really, really warm. I think that's one of the reasons why I chose SCBD, because that warm is the thing that I need, the environment that I need to be able to improve my speaking skill. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Malik. Please give a round of applause. It's such honor because the reason is because of me. Thank you so much. So we heard from Toastmaster Ines.
Hello. Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So the question is why I joined Toastmaster and actually the Toastmaster. Why I joined Toastmaster, it is because I want to learn more about public speaking, because I think I can speak, but I'm not confident at all. So I need to learn more about that by practice and practice again. Because here in Toastmaster, you guys give us a chance, the opportunity to speak in front of public, not only here, but can be online as well. So that is the reason and why I choose HBD, because it is near my place. Yeah, that is the only reason. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ines. So please give a round of applause for Toastmaster Ines. Okay, the location is really reasonable because we want to join the community with our place work, because the traffic jam in Jakarta is very crazy. So let's open to the next one. So actually, I will mention the article in the introduction ceremonial, and because you are the new member, you need to repeat what I'm saying. Okay, understand? Okay, could you please using this one?
I think together, right?
Oh, okay. Okay, Toastmaster Ines and Toastmaster Malik. I, in the presence of my fellow members of HBD Toastmaster Club,
I, in the presence of my fellow members of SCBD Toastmaster Club,
make this firm obligation to attend meeting regularly and prepare fully for each assignment,
to attend meeting regularly and prepare
fully
for
for
each
each
assignment.
to apply myself to the project outlined in the Toastmaster education program,
To apply myself to the project outlined in the Toastmaster education program.
Okay.
Can
To
I get closer?
Okay. Maybe you can this one because we need to. Okay, the next one is to participate actively in club activities,
To participate actively in club activities.
to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner,
To evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner.
to build open,
To build open,
friendly relationship with my fellow members,
friendly relationship with my fellow members.
and to bring others new member into the club,
And to bring other new members into the club,
so that they can also gain the benefit of Toastmaster.
so that they can
gain
also gain
the
the benefit
benefit
of
of
Toastmaster.
Toastmasters.
Okay, please give a round of applause for
Thank you.
Toastmaster Ines and Toastmaster Malik. So, because our new member already make the obligation, so we are, as the assisting new member, please repeat after me. For the online also, yeah. We, the members of HEB Toastmaster Club, pledge
We, the members
Members
of
of
SCBD
SCBD
Toastmasters Club, pledge
to support you in your quest for self-development,
to support you in your quest for self-development,
to provide you with a positive, helpful evaluation,
to
to provide you with positive, helpful evaluations,
evaluations,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunities to help others,
to give you opportunities to help others,
and to make your Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
and to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
So please give a round of applause for all of us.
Yay! Happy morning, Toastmaster Malik,
So,
Toastmaster Ines.
welcome Toastmaster Malik and Toastmaster Ines. It's all for me acting as the president for tonight. So for this session, I will control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Vincent. Thank you.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Nice to meet you. My name is Vincent. I, the member of the SCB Toastmaster. I'm currently will act as the Toastmaster of the meeting for today. So please give a round of applause for myself. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Your applause really helped reduce my nervousness. Thank you. I would like to say thank you for all of you who attend this meeting online or on-site, especially for all of you who attend this meeting on-site. Why? Because I know that you've been passing through a heavy traffic of Jakarta, myself, of course. And I'd like to say congratulations for all of you for taking your courageous first step to improve your leadership and public speaking skill. Once again, please give a round of applause for all of you here. Okay. And speaking of leader, one of a good characteristic for a leader is to have a good critical thinking ability. And a critical thinker always has a question. That's why I would like to introduce to all of you here our question of the day. What is the small moment you still remember vividly? What's the small moment you still remember vividly? For those any of you who don't know the meaning of vivid, it's similar with clear. So vividly means clearly. Okay. Since I'm the one who introduced this question, I'll be the first one who answer this question of the day. For me, the tiny moment which I still remember vividly is the moment when I was still a kid. I woke up every morning between 6 or 7 a.m. I sit down with my brother and sister and I watch the Sunday morning cartoon. Right there, I watch Doraemon or Digimon, Dragon Ball R, or any other cartoon. And yeah, sometimes I have a discussion with my brother and my sister in front of the TV. You were having fun. I like that moment. Why? Because it is the only moment I become friend with my brother and my sister. Aside from the Sunday morning cartoon, I always having a fight with them. Yeah. Okay. And I would like to ask for someone also to answer the question of the day. Is there any volunteer? I would like to pick someone from the on-site attendee. Taufik. Which one is Taufik? Okay, please come here, Taufik. Okay. Okay. Taufik, are you a guest or a Toastmaster member?
I'm a guest.
Ah, okay. Please, okay, I will repeat again the question. What is the small moment which you still remember vividly?
Okay. So when I was in high school, I was in Pontianak, and I got a chance to go to Jogja because of competition, and I went to Borobudur Temple, and there, as a local people, I show like a foreigner, like a bule, because I'm a Nora, I'm dork. So basically, I asked my teacher to ask him, this foreigner, this couple, to take a picture with them. So I still have the picture, and I still I still love it because of the picture. It was my first time to go to Java, to go to Jogja, and also my first time meeting the foreigner and take a picture with them. So I think it was my small moment that I still remember vividly until now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Is it?
It's okay. But okay, I would like to pick. But please let us please show the picture to me so that I can see how happy you were on that time. And I would like to pick one more from maybe from the online guests we have. Sorry, Marlene. Hello, Miss Marlene. Are you with me?
Right.
Hello. Okay.
Hi there. Okay, a vivid memory. I think when I arrived in Indonesia during the pandemic and the borders started shutting down, that was a very vivid memory, realizing that I've come to a new country and I can't get out.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that was a really hard time, right? Everyone went through the pandemic. Okay, thank you for sharing your experience. Also, biologically, we all of us human, we lost our childhood behavior starting from 18 until 25 years old. Oh, sorry, from 18 until 30 years old. So for any of you ladies here, if you still found your boyfriend or your husband still acting weird like a child, so just let it be. It is what it is, right? Because it means that he still got his childhood behavior inside him. And for me, I'm already 33 years old, but my wife said I still got my childhood behavior inside me, but that's okay. She still can handle me well. But although I found that sometimes I
Low battery.
really lost my
Charge.
behavior. For example, I don't like to play video games anymore. I don't like to watch cartoon anymore. That's why in this meeting I would like to bring all of you to our childhood memory, the memory when we were chasing the fireflies. And this meeting's theme for today is chasing fireflies. And the word of the day is whimsical. Whimsical means acting weirdly like a kid, but in a good manner, not negative manner. But later my friend will explain it in detail. Okay, and as usual, we'll have 3 sessions in this meeting. The first session is the prepare speech session. Here's the session which designed so any of you, the member
Low
of
battery.
the
Please
Toastmaster,
charge.
can get the chance to share your experience, your knowledge, or your insight to everyone here. But you will have a preparation prior to the speech. The second session will have the table topic session. It is a speech session, but you won't get any preparation before the speech. So make sure to join the session. And for the third session, we'll have the evaluation session. So later we will have so many evaluators who will deliver their evaluation to us here. Then maybe we can apply their evaluation for any of us here. But I won't explain that in detail because my friend here, TMBB, our general evaluator, will explain it in detail. TMBB, the stage is yours.
Low battery. Please charge.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Vincent. So, I'm Toastmaster Bebe or Toastmaster Beatrix as General Evaluator today. Before I explain my role, I'm going to answer the question, one moment that I still remember vividly. So one thing that I still remember vividly, it's not really an event, but it was one of my dream. It was long time ago, but I still remember it.
Power off.
So in my dream, I was walking with my friend, and we were walking to the graveyard. Why? And during the way to the graveyard, we talk a lot of things. And when we arrived, I took shower, and she asked me, what clothes
Low battery. Please charge.
the coffin, something like that. You know what? Basically, if you guys ask me why I want to bury myself alive, basically I don't want. But my heart beat so fast that time in my dream and in my sleep. I suddenly screamed and told her, I still want to leave. Until she said, why didn't you tell me since the beginning? For me, it was a whimsical way of universe to tell me to stand up for myself because I was a people pleasure person, and somehow I didn't realize when I somehow tried to make people happy, but I sacrificed myself.
Low battery.
Okay,
Please
so
start.
continue to the role itself. As a general evaluator, I will be helping you guys to evaluate all the meeting, take a note on every event that we are going to do here, what it's supposed to do or what can be improved during the meeting, and then I will report the evaluation by the end of the meeting. But today I'm not alone to do all the things. Here I also have Toastmaster Sony as a timer. What is timer doing in this meeting? So let's call Toastmaster Sony to explain his role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bebe. Oops, sorry, I haven't
Low
on
battery.
stage yet.
Please start.
Hi, happy morning, everyone. We met again. Now I switch my role to become your timer today. Okay, before I tell what is the timer, I will I will answer the question of the day. One of the small moment that I still remember vividly is when I first time tried the MRT of Jakarta. That one was one of the dream come true that after waiting for a long time for a very proper public transportation, finally we have one. And I still remember how the enthusiasm of the people that try that for the first time, even for the trial period. And I know that it might be late, but at least now we have it. So yeah, speaking of timing, today my role timer is all about timing. If you all remember,
Please
know
start.
about the traffic light, I'll give you the traffic light of the today's meeting. So I will give you green if any one of the speaker meet the time. I will give the yellow if all the speakers almost over time, and I'll give the red when it's over, and then the speaker have to finish their speech in 30 seconds. For the timing, for the prepared speakers, we will have 5 to 7 minutes. And especially, except for the icebreaker, we have 4 to 6 minutes. For the table topic speaker, we have 1 to 2 minutes. And for the evaluator, we will have 2 to 3 minutes. One thing that I'll do differently today is that first, I will also do the timer for all the role takers. Yes, all of you, to make sure that we are on track. Don't worry, there will be no punishment for the role takers. Just to make sure that we are on time and on track. And the second, I will not give the time report after session. Instead, I will give the overall time report at the end of the session after all the evaluations for the role takers. So in the meantime, I will keep posting on chat whether the speakers are eligible or not to be voted. So that's all from me. Make sure to see the red, the green, yellow, and red for my signal. And for those online, I have raised my hand so that you can always see the timer. That's all from me. Back to you, Madam TE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sony. Next, we also have role called ROOD counter, which is Toastmaster Nabila. So I will let her to explain her role. Over to you, Toastmaster Nabila.
Low battery. Please start.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meme. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
I'm Nabila, and I will be your AWOD counter for tonight's meeting. And the role of an AWOD counter is to count all of the filler words such as er, or any repeated words that the speakers are saying while delivering speech, and also to notice the word of the day that is mentioned by all of the speakers. And to make sure that you all are aware of the word of the day, I'll repeat it again. It is whimsical, or in the meaning, it is playfully quiet or fanciful, especially in an appealing and amusing way. And then at the end of the meeting, I will give a report which contains the R and WOD words that is spoken by the speakers throughout the meeting. That's all from me. Back to you, Toastmaster Bebe.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nabila, for explaining your role. Moving on, we also have Toastmaster Wilson as our grammarian. What's grammarian? Let's hear it from Toastmaster Wilson.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy
First of
morning.
all, before introducing my role, I would like to answer the question of the day. What was the small memory that I remember vividly? Is that correct? Yes. Well, to answer that, I may want to start talking a little bit about my childhood. I would like to talk about one punishment that made me flinch the most. I know you said small, but in my childhood, punishment were small things and affection were big things. So can you imagine standing on a chair and then you have to lift a bucket of water like this and hold it in for 2 hours? So the reason for that was back then, my mom made a special rule for me. On weekdays, I wasn't allowed to play any games at all. The reason is because she didn't want me to fail my tests and forget my homeworks. But at that time, the day after, I had a test, supposedly, and I was confident that I would be able to finish that without any difficulties. And as a child, I wanted to play games, right? But my mom is an iron fist, right? So whatever I say, she wouldn't budge, right? So when she asked me that afternoon, son, do you have any test tomorrow? I said no. And then I proceeded to play my game. And then little did I know, she went to check my agenda and she saw, oh, Wilson, you have a test tomorrow. And she was very mad. Now, the punishment in which I hold a bucket for 2 hours was just the tip of the iceberg. The day after, I wasn't allowed to do the test at all. I was cursed. Not being able to do anything at school. My friends knew, my teachers knew, my headmaster knew that I lied to my mom. So that is the small memory that I remembered from my childhood. It made me traumatic about my parents. And as I said before, the reason why I thought of this as small is because punishments are small things to me in the past, but affections are a big thing. So I lacked affection, and punishment was something that I received a lot in the past. Now, moving on, as a grammarian, my job is to evaluate the language usage for the speakers. I will be noting on grammatical errors, also outstanding speeches or expressings or sayings. And I'm also introducing to you the word of the day, which is whimsical, right? Now, whimsical is an adjective. If you want to see the dictionary, it is fine, but I don't recommend because it is very complicated. I would like to say whimsical is something along playful and spontaneous. So if you are about to say playful or spontaneous, please try to substitute that word with whimsical. At the end of the session in which we will have the grammar general evaluator lead the session, I will be coming forward again and I will share with you my grammarian's report and how to improve the language usage. That will be all from me. Thank you. Back to general evaluator.
Well, last but not least, we still have one more role, which is ballot counter. So let's call Toastmaster Leonie as our ballot counter today to explain her roles.
Hello, happy morning, everyone. Today I'll be your ballot counter. And before I introduce my role for today, I would like to answer a question of the day as well. So, when I was a kid, I didn't like eating fish. Not because I don't like the taste, but because I didn't have the patience to deal with the bones. Yeah, that is why. But my grandmother always insisted that I should eat it because it's good for your health, Leonie. So she would patiently remove the bones from me so that I could eat fish. That wasn't a whimsical thing to do. But the thing is, why it became a vivid memory for me, because now she has passed away. That simple thing that she do it really hits different because back then I didn't think much of it, but now I realize that it was one of the many ways she showed her love. So those little moments like that probably could end up becoming the ones that we really remember the most. Now back to my role as the ballot counter. So my role is just to give you voting links. Please make sure that you vote when I give you QR code for the on-site participant, and for the online, I will give the link on the chat box. That is all, and I will get back again at the end of this meeting to present your favorite speakers for today. That is all from me. Back to you, RG. Toastmaster Bebe.
Thank you, Toastmaster Leonie. Now we have met all of the G team. So I will hand over the meeting back to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Vincent.
Okay, thank you everyone for the explanation. So they're here not to judge us, but to help us to become a better leader and a better public speaker. Okay. Without further explanation, let's dive right into our first session, the prepare speech session. I would like to, for the first speaker will be Toastmaster Malik. He will be introduced by evaluator TM Olivia. I would like to call upon TM Olivia. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Happy morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm honored to become the evaluator of our newest member, Toastmaster Malik. So now he will be delivering her first ever speech in SCBD Toastmasters Club, which is the icebreaker. So,
All right.
yes. And then, so the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And his way is in presentation mastery, for your information. So without further ado, let us call for our Toastmaster Malik. More than what you see. More than what you see, Toastmaster Malik.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Have you ever met someone that you felt that really confident when you first met that person? Have you ever had that impression? Yeah, same. And to be honest, I get that sometimes. You know, people often mistakenly say that I'm very confident, I'm very expressive, and yet I'm very loud. But yeah, if I'm being real, I am very quiet. I am the type of person, if I just met the person, I will be very quiet. Not because I don't want to talk to, but it's because the nature of who I am. basically. But when I comfortable enough with that person, the energy will be show up. So yeah, I was born and raised in a small village in Sumatra, basically, and back then we don't have much. I can say we are a very humble beginning where I was raised with five of siblings. Anyone here who also have many siblings like me? No, I guess I am the only person who know the challenge. Maybe yeah. So yeah, growing up with bunch of siblings taught me a lot of things. First, when your siblings doing well, it's easy for you to get compared to, right? So that's make me oftenly look down on myself because some people always say, "Oh, your sibling is getting better and better," and also living in a small village where everyone is knowing everyone's right. So it's easy for us to compare our lives with another. So that mindset stuck with me growing up. So it's always giving me a mindset to always being better with anyone. And why are you doing that? It's because I want to prove something that I worth of something. So that's about me. And growing up, I always dream to be. Maybe some of you dream to be a pilot, to be a police, or something like that. But for me, as a villager person, I have a very small dream. I just want to live in the central city, work in office environment, doing emails, meetings. Sounds boring, but for me, it sounds like whimsical when back then in my village. So yeah, and then I could say now I live the version of life that once that I once dreamed of, basically. So not perfect, but I think I have enough already for now. Currently, I'm leading the customer care team, one of the bigger team in my company. People often say I'm very confident, right? Because I talk to people every day, I deal with people every day, right? But that's not the case for me. Because confidence is not something that can follow you to the stage, right? Sometimes when you talk to people in front of the crowd, especially like right now, my voice still shaking, my hands also shaking, and my brain freeze. I don't know what to talk, right? So anyone here can relate with me or even been there? Yeah, I think every one of us, right? So yeah, that's who I am, struggling with that too as well. But for me, as a person who always trying to be the best of myself, right? I always trying to be better every day. So one of the unexpected thing happens to me early this year. I was invited to be the keynote speaker in Kuala Lumpur later this August, not only to attending, but to be the panel speaker and also keynote speaker. And this is biggest opportunity for me. But my first thought was, why me? Is it why I get this opportunity? But then my second thought was, I know this is big opportunity, but I need help. I'm not ready. So that's why that when I found Toastmaster, right? So for me, Toastmaster is not only a course or ground training place, but for me, Toastmaster is basically a community which you can be comfortable to make mistake and give you space to learn. So and most importantly, Toastmaster allow you to be yourself, and that's the more important thing because you don't know who you can inspire by just being you, right? And yeah, maybe I look confident now, but to be honest, yeah, it take time, struggle, and yeah, a lot of things that I do but I'm still growing. I'm still learning, and I have. I hope I can learn a lot of things from you guys here, so I can boost my confidence. And I'm still here. I'm Malik, and I'm more than what you see. Thank you, and back to you.
Second. Take care. Okay. But first, come here with me on the stage. Since this is the first time you deliver your speech in SB Direct,
Yeah.
how do you feel after you deliver your speech, your first speech?
I felt very nervous, excited, and to be honest, if you see me, I was holding my hand, with phone in my hand, reading the script, but it keep make me stumble, right? I don't know what to say. Then I decided to keep it in the pocket and just whatever I want to say, and enjoy every speech and every time I speak to you guys. So I think that's what I feel.
Yes. Okay. Good luck. Thank you. Okay. Next, we'll go to our next prepared speaker. I would like to call upon the evaluator for DTM Ines. The evaluator is DTM Gatot. Okay. Please welcome everyone, DTM Gatot. The stage is yours.
Well, thank you, Mr. Tom. So happy morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be back yet again in SCBD Toastmaster meeting. I think it's been a decade since the last time I was here. Kidding. Well, it's such an honor for me to be the evaluator for another new member in SCBD Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Ines Lois. Correct me if I pronounce your name wrong. Correct. Yeah. Well, Toastmaster Ines tonight will be delivering her presentation mastery pathway project 3 level 1. It's about vocal variety. So the main purpose of the project is for Toastmaster Ines practice using vocal variety and body language. But in this case tonight, we will be evaluated for the vocal variety only. So the speech length would be 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Ines, Lois, the day everything went wrong. The day everything went wrong, Toastmaster Ines Lois.
All right. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Before I start, I want to ask, have you ever had a day that everything just went spiral? Yes. It's like the universe said, no, not today, my friend. Okay, so I will tell you my story. This is a 1-day story. This will also answer your question, like the memory that I remember vividly back then. So it started at 12:30 a.m. Someone called me. It's like if someone called you in midnight, and it is either important or very bad, and it comes like it's both. The caller is my friend, a woman, and also a girlfriend of a guy that I had been close with. And then she told me everything, like the lies, the relationship, the closeness, just everything. I don't know what to say. I got frozen. And then I just listen. Going back to and then fast forward to 12 p.m. The guy texts me, "Do you want to have lunch?" Oh gosh, what should I say? No, because your girlfriend just called me yesterday and told me everything. But okay, I cannot. I just say yes. Let's go out. I sit there, I want to say everything, I want to ask everything, but I cannot. I just eat. I thought like, okay, this is my day, but I will have my choir practice late in the evening. So I thought I will end my day in peaceful way because it is at church. I will sing, I will pray, I will just have a peace of mind. And then when I go back home, it is raining suddenly and very heavy. I got soaked. Then I clutch my bag very hard because it is laptop there, and I'm afraid like it's going to be wet and broken. Then I go back home, get shower. I want to go to the church already. When I want to go, it is raining. The raining is still very bad. It's getting hard, heavy and heavy. Then in front of my house, it is flooding. Okay, then I cannot go to church. No church, no dinner, just me. I just sit at the dining room, and then this is one miracle that happened that day. One of my housemate come, and then I said, Indomie enak kali. Then she said, yeah, I have it. Do you want one? Please, yes, please, because I'm very hungry. It was like, this is the best instant noodle that I ever have. It's like my therapy there. At 12 p.m., the guy called me. Then I cannot handle it anymore. I can't stand it anymore. It's like the urge inside me is very strong. I said, tell me everything about her. I know it already. Yeah, and we talked. We did a lot of conversation until 5 a.m. He told me about her, about him, and about me. He also said like he has feeling with me after all of this messy. That is the bad day that I ever had. The worst part. And that day what I learned is, yes, I don't practice my choir. The real practice that I have is be patient, just listen and try to let go of everything. And I survived. Now I survived. Because of what? Because of Indomie. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Based on my research recent, this is your first time delivering your speech on site, right? Because previously you delivered your speech online. Okay, how do you feel about delivering your speech right here in the first time?
My feeling, very nervous, of course. But even though this is the first time I have a speech here, but before I talked to Dede, I talked to Tem Leonie and talked to people. So I feel very familiar already. I also met you at I think online, right? So it's like, okay, it calms me a bit. And I think the feeling to give a speech here is like, it is way lower, the nervous, it is lower than when I give a speech at Medan. Phoenix Toastmaster. Phoenix, yeah. That time it is like, oh my god, how can I do this? How can I do this? But today I feel more calm. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, everyone has their own first time, like same as Tia Malik and myself also. This is my first time become the Toastmaster of the meeting. And yeah, like what Tim Ines said just now. Yeah, there's some I learned from someone famous in what is it in my company that if you want to make your nervousness become lower, you before you deliver your speech, you can talk to anybody here. Like anybody here you find, you just having a chit chat, little small chat with them, and you will get your nervousness lower. Okay, let's jump into our next prepared speaker, TM Dona. But I will like to call upon TM Garda to introduce TM Dona. TM Garda, the stage is yours. This one, that one is broken.
Hi, thank you. Sorry. All right, the night is getting wilder and wilder because we got to see and to hear the captivating speeches. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and to-be Toastmasters, I'm delighted to present our third speaker, that is none other than our Madam President, Toastmaster Dona. She is on her visionary communication path, and she will be delivering her Level 4 Project 2. And this will be the continuation of her pilot project of her Level 4 Project 1 about creating a podcast that has been delivered a year ago. So this project will bring Toastmaster Dona to be introduced about how to organize and present a podcast that she has been doing. And the purpose of this project is also for Toastmaster Dona to present a segment of the podcast that she has created. And with the power vested in me, I believe. Well, for the next 5 to 7 minutes, let's hear from Toastmaster Dona. All roads lead to Rome. All roads lead to Rome. Toastmaster Dona, the stage is yours.
Okay, awesome. Oh, it is playing. But we can't really see it yet. Oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is your girl Donna, and this is All Roads Lead to Rome. So I'd like to welcome you to this podcast where I interview tons of different people with tons of different backgrounds. Next, please. So I'll just walk you through a bit of this. I like to tell you about what it is, who it's meant to be for, the process of me doing it, the questions I ask, the episodes so far. Please join me if you haven't, and the reception so far. So take a look. All Roads Lead to Rome is a career-themed podcast that features lots of different people with unique, different backgrounds. Because if we think about dreams, we think about, oh, I'm gonna be a pilot, I'm gonna be a painter, I'm gonna be give me other childhood dreams. Astronaut, other childhood dreams. Yeah, policeman, like there are other dreams, right? The dreams that we don't see, being a coder, being a registered nurse, being a what? Finance. See, finance is a good dream, but we don't think about it as a kid. It's not a dream, but I'm gonna make that a dream for my kid. Okay. So there are so many ways to our destination, which is Rome. Next, please. So this podcast is meant for people ages 18 to 35. Why? Because they're still figuring out what they want to do in life. Even though we say that we're young adults, we already have jobs, but it's a time for us to do our pivots, right? We jump in, we have our majors, and then we realize, do I really still want to do this? And then you think again. So I'm giving you the options, the set menu from which you could choose from and learn from so that you can hear about all of these different and unique jobs. People who like careers and unique experiences and talk shows. And next. Okay, so this is how I do it. Of course, first I talk to the interviewee, be like, hi, interviewee. What's up? I'd like for you to be on my show. Would it be fine? It's going to be an honor for me to have you. And they say, okay, yeah, cool, let's do it. So this was still during a more hybrid era.
And then I go ahead and ask a few things. We get on Zoom. We have 2 different sets of microphones. I have mine and they have theirs. So they record in their phone, so a separate device. We talk over Zoom. I record it for timing purposes. And then they send their side of the microphone back to me. I put their side and my side into an audio processor, clean it up, and then cut everything down so that our whole hour talk you don't have to listen to. You can just listen it for like 10 minutes to half an hour. And then I release it on Spotify. Oh, don't worry. There's going to be a surprise after this. Okay. Speaking of which, the timing for this intro is 2 to 3 minutes, so it's going to be super short. The rest is you listening to the podcast. And then next, please. Yes, there are 5 regular questions that I ask to everyone in the episodes. First, introduce yourself. Tell me what you do. So sometimes they'll go, oh yeah, I work in HR. Oh yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. And then we have some idea of what that is. But then I ask, okay, what do you do? And then I file documents. I do this, I do that. And then I ask, what's the biggest misconception about your job? Sometimes people in finance, what do people usually think about? They think you're good at math. People who are in sales, what do people think they do?
I'm a good negotiator, but it's not.
Okay, see, lots of misconception for every job. Psychiatrist, what's the biggest misconception about your job?
I guess that we only deal with, the ill people, but technically speaking, that we all are healthy people, like physically healthy, but deep down, mentally, we're not sure that whether or not healthy.
So you don't need to be mentally ill, you just need to be mildly unfit to come to the psychiatrist. Okay, and then we ask about the best and worst things in their jobs, whether they've had major fires that they have to put out, whether they've had major wins, and then we get to hear that and see whether that fits for us. And then the rest are like follow-up questions to their answers. Next, please. Well, I have invited quite a few people to my podcast. We have my good buddy from the Dancy app, Mr. Faizi Zahari. We have our Miss President incoming, Toastmaster Leonie. We have our entrepreneur-in-chief, one of, Toastmaster Adrian. We have our former VP Public Relations, who is an actual PR professional, super good. You should learn from her, Toastmaster Dini. We have our former Division I Director, Toastmaster Alvin, and of course, my beloved senior, Toastmaster Indika, speaking about his actual professional expertise. And 3 more episodes that I can't fit in here. And then here is the clip from, these are the episodes first. You have entrepreneurship and accessibility, good risk management, radio broadcasting from one of my former clients in Jogja, a former radio broadcaster and MC, so cool. And then from Toastmaster Dini, PR crisis management, choosing your passion, the power of mirroring, cat fostering, can you believe that? Human development and pay-per-click advertising attribution, the tallest one so far. So I have very bad views, a total of not even 200 streams within a year. How bad is that? Bad. So observations. What I noticed is that the deeper and more technical content perform better. People really want to know stuff beyond the surface level. They want to know the bad cases you've had. They want to know the nitty-gritty outside of Microsoft Excel, the cool and interesting things that you can share with them. The longer episodes perform better. Maybe that means people are ironing when they listen and they want something longer. They don't need those 10-minute snippets. They like cook an egg and then they're done. No. We need something longer. And then episodes that are promoted with the speaker do the best. So the ones that I tell the speaker, yo, this is your episode, go post it on your Instagram, and I post it too on Instagram, those do the best. So learnings, I didn't really actually promote it, so I probably should. I will do that later. Next, please. Well, I would like to welcome you to this clip. The only English episode featuring the outgoing area director, Toastmaster Rachel Aditya from Metropolitan Toastmasters Club. Is it clicking? Oh, it is not clicking. So there's supposed to be an embed link, but it's gonna be there. It's gonna pop up. So he is gonna, yes, it's over there. It's unlinked. That's too bad. Okay. So what happens in the episode is that he talks about his life of becoming a streaming singer. So it's like busking on the street, but online. Exactly. There it is. So you can't play it on here. Yeah, you can.
Ciao, gladiators! It's your girl Donna, and welcome to All Roads Lead to Rome. Our guest today is Ray Aditya, a streamer, musician, and entrepreneur. Hi, Ray! Welcome!
Halo. Selamat pagi.
Well, pagi. Oh, wait. We're talking Indonesian?
Yeah, boleh. I mean, we can talk in English. We can talk in Indonesia. You know.
We can. I think we should talk in English. I'm not used to.
Absolutely.
Great. I'm just not used to hearing you talk Indonesian. That'll take some time. Episode 2, okay, folks?
Yes.
So, tell me about you. I heard that you are a streaming musician. Tell me how you entered that and tell me how it went.
Yes, I did streaming for a long time actually. I started my streaming journey around 2017. I was doing my bachelor degree. I was in Bandung. I was in my dorm, and it was kind of like a low point in my life, not gonna lie. But then I found this streaming platform through a YouTuber that I watched, and the streaming platform is called YouNow. And I always loved music growing up. And I went there to see singers. And because of the guesting system there, I would just jump on to maybe sing a line or two. And then they were like, oh my God, you're pretty good. You should consider doing streaming on your own. And then it's the first time in my life that I felt seen, like for my talent from people literally across the world. I would be singing and someone from America or someone from Europe would listen to me and it just feels surreal almost.
I know that you do theater. I know now that you sing. Were you always the artsy kid at home?
Fun fact, no.
Aw.
Yeah, so I think growing up, I always knew that I had a talent in music and in theater. I think I always loved those things, but I just thought that, oh, these are just my hobbies, but they're not really something to pursue. My parents especially, they are super strict when it comes to like education. They don't really push me on that direction. So I didn't really sing until high school, and I did it in secret because yeah, I wouldn't tell my parents that I was in a choir. I wouldn't tell my parents that I was doing theater because again, they're pretty strict when it comes to education. They just want me to study real hard. So no, I don't really think that I was artsy.
But you were, but in secret. You had this like
Absolutely.
secret persona
Yeah, so
of
me
you doing
in my
art.
house definitely different from when I was in school. So I had to play this double role almost during high school and a little bit in college as well. Now they knew.
Now they know.
Yeah.
They're like, we see you, Ray. What are you doing?
Yep.
You have all these strengths that you've developed. You sing, you're in theater, you're a secretly artsy kid who have finally come out of his shell. And, well, how do you plan to use those strengths in the future?
Oh, a very great question. I think, especially after my streaming career, I realized that what made me so scared about putting myself out there is that it's not normalized enough. I think like people tend to value quote unquote real jobs more
Real
than
jobs.
yeah, arts itself, which is a shame. And I think we should normalize that. And I am planning to use my talents, hopefully, to inspire other people that it is okay to follow that dream, even when a lot of people say that, oh, you shouldn't do it, it's not good for your career. As long as you're happy and you're not harming anyone, I think you need to pursue what you want to pursue. I think I want to do more of music to just hopefully inspire little kids to see that I could do that too. I got that from streaming because I didn't know. Every time I sang here, especially around my family, they would say like, oh yeah, it's good, but don't do
Alright.
that. But then when
Oh.
I went into streaming and I met a lot of people from across the world, they were like, oh my God, that is great, and you should pursue it. So why
Wow.
don't we also encourage people to do whatever they want?
Yeah. Why not, right? Why worry as if you're not gonna get your slice of the pie? You will.
Yes, yes. I think I
Yeah.
learned as well when it comes to that. I think I learned if you put your time to it and heart, the money will come with it. Everything can be turned into money when you put effort into it.
You actually reminded me of a story.
Okay, wow, not a smooth transition, but okay, all right. Yes, it's required of the project. But if you want to listen to some more, go check out All Roads Lead to Rome or Menuju Roma on Spotify so that I can pass 200 views. Okay, and if you think that you have unique jobs for us to share, things that we don't hear as a child, things that are not policeman, not painter, not poet, not other childhood dreams. Hacker. Yeah, if you're a hacker, go and tell me so that you can become a speaker too in All Roads Lead to Rome. So thank you, gladiators. So I will see you on your journey because all roads lead to Rome. Back to Senator Vincent. Nice.
Thank you for all the prepared speech, for the prepared speaker, for sharing your whimsical experience to us. And I would like to call upon TM Sony to give your report for the time report.
Yeah. Unfortunately, only TM Malik and Toastmaster Ines are eligible to be voted. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for sharing your time report. TM Luni, please share your report for the WOD counter. Sorry, for the bell counter.
All right. Yeah, so this is the QR code for the best prepared speaker. So vote yourself. Vote for your favorite speaker now. And yeah, back to you while we are waiting for the vote to come. Back to you, Mr. Vincent.
Okay, for the on-site attendee, don't forget to scan the barcode here. Or for the online attendee, you can also scan the barcode using your phone. Or is there any link? You can click the link also. Okay, while waiting for the voting, we can go next to our next session. It is the table topic session, but this session will be led by our beloved TM Flo. TM Flo, the stage is yours.
Hey, thank you, Toastmaster Vincent. I don't know. Is it working?
I don't know.
I think it's
Ready?
working.
Okay.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Sultan, can you show my PowerPoint? Alright. So, everyone, hello. My name is Flo. I will be serving you today as your table topic master. What is table topic? Next, Sultan. Okay, what is table topic? Now, table topics is one of the segment in Toastmaster meeting, which is where
Member guests visiting Toastmaster can try their luck by trying to answer a statement or a question in 1 to 2 minutes. And it can be serious, funny, humor, anything you want. It's about how to express yourself in a time frame 1 to 2 minutes. Next, please. This is the timing signal. 1 minute will be green, yellow 1 minute 30 seconds, and 2 will be red. You need to at least speak 1 minute to get voted. All right. And more than 2 minutes 30 seconds, you are not eligible to be voted. Next. Woohoo! Wow. I spent the whole day not working doing this. Okay. Okay. Now I want to see. All right. Next, please. Now, this is the background of the story. Okay. You are a young apprentice at the Academy of Magic. Now, for your final exam, while your classmate decided to brew potion, making essay, you decided to do something weird or unexpected, which is you decide to slay the ancient dragon for your final project. Oh, now here's the twist. The dragon doesn't hoard gold. It harbors memories. So to pass your final test, you must face the dragon, not by the slaying with force, but with a moment so powerful, so whimsical, that it shines brighter than its entire form. Oh, fun, right? Next. Now, each speaker is the apprentice. Your mission is to tell us the memory that you will offer the dragon. Every tiny magical moments that hold meaningful in your life, brings joy and wonder. Those unexpected, whimsical, and heartfelt story that make your magic stronger. Okay. Everyone understand the premise of this topic?
Yes, yes.
Okay, next. Now, who wants to try first? You better volunteer before I just grab you. Online, is there anyone from online? I want to choose someone. Toastmaster Leonie. No, let me choose Leonie, Toastmaster Leonie first to give example to our guests.
I think we should choose someone on the outside first because today I'm the ballot counter.
Oh yeah. Online was that? Okay. Sonia told me to ask. Okay. Online fine. Offline. Toastmaster Sylvie, want to try?
Toastmaster Sultan.
Okay aja Sylvie. Yeah, Toastmaster Sylvie. Yeah. Toastmaster Sylvie.
Happy morning.
Every morning.
So, what do you want? Which one? Which one?
I will try to defend the magic dragon, right?
No, you when you choose, you gonna see the prompt.
Okay.
Which one?
I love my grandmother so much, so I will choose my grandmother's old spell book.
All right. Now, I offer the dragon the smell of my grandmother's old spell book. The prompt is, what can sound or objects that unlocks a memory for you?
Okay.
Do you need 3 seconds to think?
No.
Okay.
Already.
Because
it's my grandmother.
Okay.
So I remember her a lot. Is this already start, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The sense of my grandmother is the sense of baking cookies, especially the nasta. You know nasta? The pineapple cooking, the pineapple cakes, yeah, if I'm not mistaken in English. It's really make my memory like being hugged by my grandmothers. That's also not only the spell for the magic dragon, but also the spell for my beautiful night's sleep, because that's the moment when my grandmother really have a sweet memories with us, her grandchildren. Every time she goes to Bandung, she will make that nastar for us, and she will give the recipe, the secret magic recipe that with some ingredients that you maybe will not predict become the taste of her nastar. Yeah, that's my lovely story. Hope it can make the dragon feel hungry and love me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sylvie. Actually, my grandmother also liked to bake, and she passed down the secret recipe to my mom. My mom tried to pass it down to me, which is never happened because I do not like baking. Okay, now I want to try someone online. Guess Rizka, are you there with us? Guess Rizka? Or guess Kyril? Am I freezing? Can you check chat box? Is there someone I can force? Guess is this Afan? Yes, Afan, do you want to try?
Atan, yes, Atan.
Atan, do
Okay.
you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, yes. You can choose wherever you want except the grandmother thing.
Blown a kite.
Flown kite. Okay. The dragon had never flown a kite. I told you about the time when the wind took mine so high it disappeared. What's a simple joy that you would share with the dragon, Toastmaster? Soon to be Toastmaster Ahkan.
Reading books, because reading books can unlock a lot of things about the world. As they say, books are the windows to the world. So by reading books, we can see a lot of things, we can gain a lot of knowledge, and we can be entertained because a lot of books are also entertaining. So reading books is a simple joy that everyone can enjoy.
Oh, Toastmaster Ahkan, can you share a bit to us what kind of book do you like to read?
Books that I like to read are like fiction, mostly science fiction, like like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and similar books.
Some things like the Dune, right?
Yes, but I haven't read it yet.
Dune, Star Wars, Star Trek. I like to read, but only romantic novels.
Yes.
Right. Thank you for sharing soon to be Toastmaster Atan. Reading. Let's congratulate him for first time at double topic. Okay, now I want to summon off. You member? Oh ya, Toastmaster Malik or Toastmaster Ines? Alfat. Is here? Oh! I'm here. You didn't come for induction, so this is your induction. So we are doing double topic, right? It's a 1-2 minute impromptu speech, which means that you didn't have time to prepare. So you're gonna choose something from here. The grandmother and the kite was already chosen. So you're gonna choose something, and there will be a prompt. You either can explain or disagree or agree anything you want in 1 to 2 minutes. All right. Okay, which one?
Fallen leaf.
Fallen leaf. Fallen leaf. Okay. The dragon pick up a leaf from the snow and asked, "What did love feel like when it's quiet?" Oh, what a memory did you share? Actually, I did this for Wilson, but he already chose it. Yeah, here we go.
Okay. Okay, so hello everyone. Good evening. My name is Alfad, and yeah, I think this is my first table topics here in SGBD Toastmaster. So, what did love feel like when it was quiet? When I think about love, so I just have my first girlfriend ever in my life. So we've been dating for like 8 months right now, and yeah, being in love is such amazing feelings because yeah, she's my first girlfriend, and I always thought like falling in love would feel, I don't know, uh I can't explain it, but I don't think it would feel, I didn't think that it would feel this nice because you know, I thought that my life was enough, but then when I start to date this girl, um, I feel like there's a lot of things that I've been missing in my life. Like, turns out I do need someone to, just talk about how my day's been going, and it's a simple thing, but somehow it feels so extraordinary. And yeah, that's why I I'm always I'm so grateful to have my girlfriend. And but I don't know, when it was quiet, I think I'm not sure what does it mean it was quiet. So when I think about when it's quiet, when we don't have any kind of I don't know, arguments, or something like fun to do. Yeah, we just like standing or sitting right next to each other. It feels, I don't know, it feels safe. It's like you can just you're in a safe place. So I guess that's what I'm feeling when love was quiet. Thank you, guys.
You have made me believe in love again, Sophia. I'm sorry, baby. No. Hey, Sylvie, please do not try to this. Me and Wilson, yeah, this is very dangerous. Okay. So, thank you everyone for joining the topic. Because we are running out of time, I need to cut this short. But if you guys want to try again, please come to the next meeting. Yay! Thank you.
Ayo, ada mikir mas.
Balik.
Mati.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim Sony, please deliver your time report. All speakers are eligible. Okay, DM Leonie, please share us the link and the barcode for the ballot counter.
All right, here's the QR code for the best table topic speaker for today. Please vote your favorite one. And while we are waiting, back to you, Toastmasters of the meeting.
Okay, don't forget to cast your vote and make SCB Toastmaster great again. Okay, without further explanation, I would like to continue to our next session, the general information session. Sorry, I forgot. Sorry, everyone. Now for the photo session, please everyone from the online turn on your camera. And for the gentlemen, please show your handsome face. For ladies, please show your beautiful face also. Guess Kyril, guess Rizka. Who is it? Yes, please. Visit Andra. Andra, please show your face. Apa dari Sony, I give the control to you. Gue yang ngitungin. Okay, please. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, everyone, please smile. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more. Okay, everyone, please show your most handsome and beautiful face. 3, 2, 1. Huh? Oh. Okay, everyone, please show your face again.
Last one.
Oh. Okay, 3. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, let's continue to the last session. I would like to give the control to DMBB. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Vincent. Now we are entering the evaluation session. Why we have this session? Because we want to improve everyone, all the speakers and all the meeting, right? So for the first session of evaluation session, we'll start with the evaluators of the speaker. So for the first evaluator, I will call Toastmaster Olivia, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Malik.
Thank you.
Wait.
Sometimes you don't know whether you will be the one that inspire people. That is what Toastmaster Malik has said to us at this night. So let's give a round of applause to our Toastmaster Malik. He has delivered a really great speech for his first ever public speaking speech in Toastmaster, especially in the offline settings. And I know it's quite hard for someone to just take a step to the stage and deliver their first speech. So kudos to you. What I really love about your speech is that you manage to be able to look with the eye to the audience. That's great. Sometimes, because when first speakers, sometimes it was like, okay, but you, amazing. The next one, I really love that your structures. You give the structures about who you are, and then you give the speech about what have people said about you, and then you give a little your background, and finally why you have been here. So it's really good, and I really like about it. Of course, when you join Toastmasters, what you want to know is how you can improve, how you learn. So the things that I think I noticed was that you bring your notes on the first half of speech, and that's limit your mobility and limits what you want to talk to and connect to the audience. And that's why I suggest for you, maybe later you can practice more in order so you don't need to bring your notes. The next of all, this is your stage. You have so much space in here, but I noticed that you only stay in here. You stay in here, even though you look around, but sometimes the audience on this side is lonely. They need your presence here. So that is why the stage is also important. What I would like you to challenge for your next speech is you give a little bit of hook to the audience. So people, it's not like, oh, I do things that, hi, my name is Malik, for example, is really good, but it would be better if you say maybe like singing or asking other people. That will be great. So in summary, what I really love is your eyes contact and the structure. What you need to improve is your to not to bring notes and the stage presence. What the challenge is for you to give a hook. I will really hope to see you more in the stage and maybe watch you on your panel in the August, right? Okay. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Olivia. Next, I will call DTM Gatot to give the evaluation of Toastmaster Ines.
Thank you. The wise man ever said, the good speech coming from the heart and delivered with passion. And that quote perfectly reflected by a speech from Toastmaster Ines. Congratulations, give a big round of applause for her. I can see everyone here getting drowned into your story in terms of emotion. People can feel it. Another impressive thing from your speech is for someone who is the first time deliver speech on the stage, you have a very amazing stage management. What I'm trying to say is that you move from one point to another point to frame your speech. You did not move randomly. There was another good thing. And once again, congratulations for that. So another good thing from your speech is your eye contact. You see around to make sure that your audience is there and to make sure your audience is well connected to you. That's a rare skill and that is very good you have it. Another wise man said, the perfect thing coming from imperfection. So tonight, let's together help how Toastmaster Ines will give a perfect speech coming from small imperfection from her speech tonight. The first one is, you may try the way you open your speech. Instead of saying that, I would like to share my story, blah, 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 you can just start. It was 12:30 midnight, something like that. And then since the speech is about vocal variety, play more with your vocal variety to make sure your speech is more spicy, I would say. For example, I clutch my back hard. You can say, I clutch my back hard. So with how hard is it? And the rain is pouring. You can say that the rain is pouring like cat and dog. You know, play with your vocal variety with the tone, ups and downs. So it will make your story more, emotionally connected to your audience and people can feel it even deeper. So all in all, I'm so glad to be your evaluator tonight to see the first timer deliver speech on the stage. You can manage your stage very well, not move randomly. You manage to move from one point to another point to frame your speech. And also you have a good eye contact, clarity, and everything is there. Just improve the way you open your speech and play more with vocal variety since it's a story. I believe and I envision you to be the next one of, I would say, the best speaker in STM Toastmaster Club. Once again, thank you so much. Offer back to General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Gatot, for the comprehensive evaluation for Toastmaster Ines. Moving on to Toastmaster Garda to give his evaluation for Toastmaster Dana.
Thank you, baby.
Let's give a round of applause to our Madam President Toastmaster Donna. You know what? Never have I ever thought that Toastmaster did not just teach us about public speaking and leadership, but turns out we all have a new podcaster. Something that I truly love and what is the most highlighted from the Toastmaster Donna's speech is that the interactive method that she applied throughout the speeches. There was this two-way communication, meaning that it was not just for her standing here, deliver her speech, but she managed to bring the audience dived into her story and made us feel like we all also the co-stars of the project and also the speeches itself. Now, since it has already been great, Toastmaster Donna, what I would like to suggest for Toastmaster Donna in her speech, this is not only about just the technical, but it's about the delivery, especially with the content delivery. I noticed that in the first 30 seconds, in general, we all know that the first 30 seconds of our time delivering something in front of the audience is how we can make a hook with the audience. I noticed that Toastmaster Donna kept herself busy with focusing on the visual aid and also the presentation, and she directly jumped into the presentation. Was it wrong? Not at all. However, there's something brighter than choosing this kind of method. Like what? Toastmaster Donna can also make her present it like this. There was time when I was doing myself in Rome, but now I edit myself in Senayan. Make something out of it to capture the audience more, because it is also the time for her to hook and make a better attention grabber to the audience. Secondly, she mentioned in her speech that she delivered the 9 points, if I'm not mistaken, about how she could have improved from the project, because I noticed that on her point, she mentioned about she managed to take less than 200 viewers in a year. This is also the time for her to actually can bridge the gap within the limitation that she has acquired. What can she do is that, well, because she already mentioned the downside about it, and she presented the clip about, one of the segments that she had done with Toastmaster Ray. Maybe something to consider, to be considered in the next round is that rather than, we already had our 5 minutes listening to the clip, it would have been better to just show the most interesting part of the clip, and she can elaborate more what could have been done in order to be, to take as the strategies to make it better in the next round, so that we can all learn and apply on ourselves, maybe not in our podcast, but maybe in our next delivery. So all in all, she already excelled in the interactive method, but she can always improve in this delivery method. So back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Okay. Okay, next we move on to the time report. So I'd like to invite Toastmaster Sony to give the time report of evaluators.
Yeah. Unfortunately, only distinguished Toastmaster is eligible.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sony. And now I'm gonna invite ballot counter Toastmaster Leoni to. What? Oh iya, lupa. Okay. Okay, since we don't need to do the ballot right now, we move on to the next section of evaluation session, which is general evaluation that will be start from RWOD report from Toastmaster Nabila. Toastmaster Nabila, are you there? Okay, maybe we can continue to another report first. Let's move on to Toastmaster Wilson to give the grammarian report. After that, we can go back to AWOD.
You're being dramatic. This is only a clip. Magic. Oops. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to deliver the grammar report. Since we are running out of time, I will just focus on the prepared speeches. And for the table topics and evaluation, I will just give a general evaluation of the grammar usage. Now, for this, Mas Malik, I really love how you were able to use beautiful phrases. What I mentioned is that you were able to use the humble beginnings word. Now, humble beginnings is not often used, but it is beautiful. It means starting from zero. And if any of you want to speak smoother English, you may want to use those kind of substitutes, making use of phrases that are not commonly used so that your English will have more variety. And what I would like you to work on is the lack of past tense. I realized that when you're telling your personal story, which happened in the past, you kept using the present tense and no variation at all. So if you want to make a better flow in your speech, I suggest that you start learning how to use past tenses and the variety. For example, past perfect, past continuous, past simple, something like that. And I would like to highlight one beautiful phrase from you, which is, I am more than what you see. So ladies and gentlemen, please don't see at Toastmaster Malik because he is more than what you see. So just close his eyes, okay? Okay, up next, Toastmaster Ines. I really love how you were able to make a sequence to your speech. So we are able to know on what day and what time your speech began and what even occurred at that place. So I believe that sequential order is very important for us to follow as an audience. And just like Toastmaster Malik, I also noticed that you were not using tenses correctly. I still noticed that you were also using present tenses on past events. So if you want to make your speech better and smoother, you may want to try using a lot of varying tenses, especially the past. And now Toastmaster Donna, our champion. Now Toastmaster Donna is very smooth, and I would like to share with you how she achieves that. But in terms of spoken language, I can easily say that she was one of the best in this whole room, even defeating me. But I don't know why. For some reason, you also didn't use much past tenses, even though you were talking about past projects. And we can even notice that when she was talking with Ray used a lot of past tenses, which was what I appreciated. And Toastmaster Donna only used present tenses. So all of three of you, you had very wonderful speeches. But if you want to be better in your speeches, then I suggest you use your past tenses much more frequently, consciously. Now, for all of you, table topic and evaluator speakers, of course, if you want to speak better in English, there is this past tense because we usually want to tell our past stories, right? But what about pronunciation? Have you ever wondered why it is very difficult for us to speak English fluently? Now, this may be because in English, we have rhythms and stresses. In Indonesians, we don't. For example, look at that. Jagalah kebersihan. Jagalah kebersihan. That's it. No variety. But how do you say it in English? Keep the area clean. Keep is long, the area is short, and clean is long. So basically, every word in English has its own way, whether or not the vowels are long or short. And it is really up to us to notice what is long and what is short to make our spoken language better. For example, you want to say ternyata. Ternyata is ternyata, selesai. But if you want to say turns out, you notice that when we say turn, it's short, but out, it's very long. Now, this in Indonesian, ternyata can also be very long, right? Ternyata, tayo sangat panjang. But we use it for dramatic purposes. We don't usually use it in everyday language. But in English, stresses, intonations, and length of vowels are everyday uses. So, ladies and gentlemen, to wrap up, if you want to be better in speaking English, there are 2 tips that I can share with you. First of all is to be conscious with past tenses. Whenever you are talking about past, you may want to use the past tenses. Use was, were, had been, and etc. And secondly, if you want to be better in spoken language, especially in English, you may want to work on intonation, stress, the length of the vowels, so that your English may be flowing better each time you speak. That will be all from me. Thank you very much. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wilson. Not only the evaluation report, but also some advice for us to learn to speak English, pronounce it better. And now we are moving on to time reports, which is Toastmaster. Okay, we back to AWOD report from Toastmaster Nabila. Over to you, Toastmaster Nabila.
All right. Thank you, DE. Pardon me for the technical glitch before. Let me share you the screen. All right, so this is the count of okay, so, well, and yeah, and also repeated words. And for the WOD, which is whimsical, we only found one throughout the meeting, which is spoken by Toastmaster Malik. Congratulations for incorporating the word of the day into your speech. And then as we can see here, a lot of people are using so, and then okay, also and n. And in this opportunity, I would like to us to learn how to drop the scratches or the and other filler words. It is the first one to embrace the pause. Sometimes in the middle of your delivery, whether it is a prepared speech or table topic sessions, you have to be aware and notice when you are out of words. In that way, it is better for you to pause, other than uttering some unuseful words. And then the other thing is also to slow down a little bit. In this way, you can make sure that the words that you say is only the essential one, is only the words that you wanted to say, other than saying something just to fill in the void. And then the other thing is to know your point in this suggestion means that you have to know what is important message that you want to say to your audience. That way you can focus on that instead of filling the words. And the other suggestion would be to practice, because if you are practicing more and more, you will know how to manage your delivery. That's all from me. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nabila, for the detailed report of AWOD counter. Moving on to timer report. I'm gonna call Toastmaster Sony to give the timer report.
Thank you, Madam GE. Madam VP, can you help share my screen?
Sorry, I need access for this.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me just share my screen then. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Aha. Sorry. Can you guys see my screen? Can the online audience see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Don't worry, it's not the oops. Don't worry, it's not the how to say it. It's not the data or whatever. Okay, so here's the thing. I for this meeting I decided not to only time all the speakers, but I also tried to time all the role takers so that we know how much we spend the time and whether we speak in the allocated time or not. And yeah, as we can see, that's most of the role takers are speaking in within the time. Congratulations for all of you. And as you can see, that the one that speak not of time is me myself. That's why, yeah, that's why I need to be the timer, so I have to learn. And yeah, for this prepared speech, the evaluation, some of you guys are not eligible or not within the time. And yeah, so let me explain a bit what is the chart on the right. Yeah, on the right. So the blue bar is the one who the meeting is supposed to be, and the red one is how the meeting actually goes. If the red line is above the blue bar, that means the meeting are overtime. If it's exact or below, that means that the meeting is under time. So as we can see that our meeting is a little bit over time compared to the schedule, but it's okay. We can always improve. So hopefully the next time we can be more mindful with time. I need a mirror for this, by the way, I know. And yeah, that's all for me. Back to G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sony. Something new. Perfect. Now, this is my time to give the overall evaluation. Actually, this is so long, but since I report this after time report, I'm gonna make it fast and simplify things, okay? So, so for the meeting preparation, it was great as always, and then a part of the technical issue that we faced, but it's still running well. And then for the meeting itself, it started. I noticed that we started late by 3 minutes. After that, we need, as mentioned by Toastmaster Sony before, every role takers need to be aware of the time that we consume. When we open it, Toastmaster Dede opened it really good as an acting president and with a chit chat with the new member for the onboarding. Maybe I will suggest even for the onboarding new member, it can be insert into the schedule so we know how long time we need until the end of the meeting. For the role taker, I will only highlight several things. For Tom, was really great opening with the high energy with your style. But what I want to give suggestion for Tom, maybe you can remind us for the word of the day to several times. For example, change the speaker. So because based on the report before, it was only one time word of the day mentioned by the speakers. Next, every roles basically already delivered, explain the roles and deliver the report well and in a fun way. All the prepared speaker already evaluated by their evaluators too. For table topic section, I feel it so interesting. Explain what table topic is and the time span. This is very good since we have a lot of new guests, new member and guests today. Maybe table topic master also want to remind the word of the day too, because the purpose of the word of the day is for us to learn to use new word, right? And then don't forget to stop sharing the screen when the speaker starts speaking, so everyone can just focus to the table topic speaker. For the evaluation section, I think the evaluation section was good. Everyone give the report thoroughly and comprehensive. For I will just give it one by one ya for Toastmaster Olivia, Dityam Gatot, and Garda. And then, yeah, I think that's all from me. And back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Vincent.
I think we should give the control to TM Leonie, right? For the Hall of Fame.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, thank you, Toastmasters of the meeting. All right, let me just share you my screen first. Now it's time for the Hall of Fame. So please give a 100 applause and give a drum roll. If coming to the first most favorite prepared speech speaker for tonight. Drum roll, please. Yeah, today's most favorite prepared speech speaker is Toastmaster Molly. Congratulations, Toastmaster Molly.
Please come over here.
Come up to the stage.
Congratulations. Thank you. Please, you need to have a picture with Tim Didi.
It is with K. Oh. No worries. Here is my.
All right. Congratulations, Toastmaster Molly. Now, for the most favorite table topics speaker, drum roll, please. Dun-dun-dun-dun. It is our newest member, Toastmaster Alpha. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations, Toastmaster Alpha. Now for the next one, the most favorite evaluator for today. Drum roll, please. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Distinguished Toastmaster Gatot. Congratulations, Distinguished Toastmaster Gatot.
Congratulations.
I win because Olivia.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. That is all for me as ballot counter. For the last thing, you could contact our vice president of membership for the next still 1 week. Toda Tabere, if you want to join our club, if you want to know more about our club, please contact her. Please ask her on site, whatever you want to ask for our club. That is all. So back to our Toastmaster of the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Tiamini, for your Hall of Fame report. Okay, I would like to say thank you to all of the evaluator, speaker, and all the role taker for bringing us to our childhood memory, like when we were chasing the Fireflies. And also, I would like to say thank you to all of you who attend this meeting from start until finish. because without you, this meeting won't be become meaningful. So especially for the guests, sorry you don't get the chance to join for the fun speech, but make sure to join to SCBD Toastmaster, or at least if you're still considering, please join to our please to join to our next meeting. Okay, because who knows, you want to get improvement in leadership or public speaking only, maybe you will find your life partner here. I don't know, but I will spill the secret here. Okay. Okay. Hereby, I, the Toastmaster of the meeting, would like to announce that I want to sign out from this meeting, and I give the control back to our SAA, PM Sony.
Wow, that's a great job as our first timer Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Vincent. Let's give a round of applause to him. Okay. Okay, I know some of you might wonder, isn't it should be the president or acting president who closed the meeting? No, because it's not yet finished. We will have an extra session to, well, I just want to see how much the meeting goes by some of our guests. Maybe I'll just ask some guests here. Can I ask the women in blue? Yes. Can you come over? But she won. Okay. Also, maybe another woman with blue. Yeah, you. Yeah. No worries. I'm not. I won't bite. No worries. No, no, no. Just kidding. Hi. Happy morning. What's your name?
I'm Aurel.
Aurel.
Yeah.
Are you visiting Toastmaster or guest?
Yeah, I visiting this club as a guest. Wilson invite me to this club.
Thank you. Thank you.
This belongs to you. Anyway.
Okay. How you feel about the meeting?
It's very insightful, and I'm enjoying this club actually, and I'm considering to visit another offline session with you guys.
Yay! Please do.
What do you mean by please?
Please do visit us more.
Okay.
Okay. What about you?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Vina.
Hi.
So this is my first time joining this event offline. I ever joined this online, but I forgot which Toastmaster. I'm not so sure about it. I'm come here with my friend Taufik. He is the one who asked me to join this event, right?
So what do you think about the next meeting?
Compare with the online one, I guess this more a lot of fun, the offline one, because we can meet directly to the people, listen it in this place. Like, yeah, I guess that's.
Okay, let's give a round of applause to our two guests here. Thank you very much. You can back to the seat. Thank you. We today we have a lot of first timer guests. I hope this is not going to be your last time join us. We will always welcome to all guests and of course visiting Toastmaster to join our meeting. Okay, that's all from me as your acting SAA. Now I'll officially give the control to acting president. Oh, the president is here. Okay, so I'll give it to you. So I'll give you the control to Madam President.
Thank you. Okay, that was the end of our meeting. How do y'all feel? Great? Just so doubtful. One more time. How you feeling? One more time. There we go. I'm not happy yet, but that's okay. I'm not gonna keep you forever. The janitor wants to go home. Okay. So thank you everyone for coming to this meeting. Thank you for being here at SCBD Toastmasters Club. We are supportive, courageous, brilliant, and determined since April 5th, 2005. Just a few quick announcements. Next week, we are going to have, I'm getting old. We are having our last meeting of the administrative year here at the City Toastmasters Club. It is going to be online, so join us in that link. I don't think I have other announcements. Oh, I have an important other announcement. That is right. There is something very important next week, which is there is going to be an edu session by my very wonderful senior and evaluator, Sister Garda. Break the silence, build the strength. Navigating mental health and building resilience. So get to learn about that. We have a very wonderful